evaluate the integral of 1 over x squared plus x cubed dx. So this is a rational algebraic expression which is proper. We can apply here partial fraction decomposition, but we factor out first the denominator. So we can apply the common monomial factoring. So we have integral of 1 over the common monomial factor of x squared and x cubed is x squared. So we have x squared times x squared divided by x squared 1 plus x cubed divided by x squared x. Or let's write it as x plus 1. Then we apply partial fraction decomposition or PFD for short. So we write the given integrand 1 over x squared times x plus 1 equal to, so this is case 2 of partial fraction decomposition because we have repeating linear factor, particularly this x squared. So if you have at least exponent of 2 in any of the linear factor, that's already repeating. Because you have two factors of x squared, it means x times x. So you'll start with, so for x squared, you'll start with the first power of x under the denominator, then plus the second power of x, okay? Then plus another linear factor x plus 1. And they are, since they are all linears, the numerator should just be constant, which can be denoted by capital letters of the alphabet. So let's say for x, I will put capital A. For x squared, I will put capital B. And for x plus 1, capital C. So the goal is to find the values of these constants A, B, C. So we can multiply both sides by the LCD, which is always the original denominator of the given integral. So the x squared times x plus 1. So you multiply both sides, distribute. So if you multiply the LCD by the left side, you will cancel out all the factors. So we are left with just the numerator equal to 1. Equal for a over x times the LCD x squared times x plus 1, you will cancel out the x. So x squared will still have, you still have x, then times x plus 1. So we are left with a times x plus 1 plus b over x squared times x plus 1. So we'll cancel out the x squared. We are left with capital B times x plus 1 plus c over x plus 1 times x squared times x plus 1. Cancel out the x plus 1. We have c times x squared. So if we assign values of x, if x is equal to 0, notice that a and c both have factors of x. So we can eliminate the a and c and we can solve for b. So substitute x is equal to 0 to every x in the equation. We have 1 is equal to a times 0 plus 1 plus b times 0 plus 1 plus c times 0 squared. So this will be eliminated. So we have 1 equal to b times 0 plus 1 or b. So therefore the value of b is 1. If x is equal to negative 1, we can eliminate a and b because they have both factors of x plus 1. So we can solve for c. So 1 is equal to, substitute x is equal to negative 1 to every x. So a times negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 plus b times negative 1 plus 1 plus c times negative 1 quantity squared. So this will be eliminated. Therefore, we'll have 1 is equal to c times negative 1 squared or 1. So c times 1, c. So therefore, the value of c is 1. How about to find the value of a? So if we try to expand, so 1 is equal to, distribute this, ax multiply, so ax times x, ax squared, plus ax times 1, ax, plus distribute the b, bx plus b, then plus cx squared. So we can combine ax squared plus cx squared. So a plus c quantity times x squared, plus combine the x term, we have a plus b quantity times x plus b. So if we try to equate the coefficients of x squared, so by equating coefficients for x squared, the coefficient of x squared in the in the right side is a plus c, equal to the coefficient of x squared in the left side. Since we don't have x squared term on the left side, it means its coefficient is 0. So we already have the value of c, which is 1. We can substitute here. So a plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, solving for a, transpose positive 1 to the right, a is negative 1. So we already have all the values of a, b, and c. We can plug in the partial fraction decomposition form. This one, let's copy. So substitute the values of a, b, and c. So the value of a is negative 1 over x, plus b is 1 over x squared, plus c is 1. So 1 over x plus 1. And then we integrate. So we have three terms. Let's distribute the integral symbol. We have negative. Put the negative in front. Integral of 1 over x dx plus integral of 1 over x squared dx plus integral of 1 over x plus 1 dx. So negative integral of 1 over x dx is ln x, plus, so we can apply power rule here, but we transform to negative exponent first. So 1 over x squared is equal to x to the negative 2 dx. So applying power rule, its integral is x to the negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1. Or x to the negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1 over negative 2 plus 1, negative 1. Transforming to positive exponent, it's equal to negative 1 over x. So the integral of 1 over x squared is negative 1 over x. Then for the integral of 1 over x plus 1 dx, this will also yield natural logarithm, right? So it's equal to ln of x plus 1. So combining the three integrals, the final answer will be negative ln x, then minus 1 over x, then plus ln x plus 1, then put plus c for the constant of integration. So this is the final answer.